Let's begin. I like to begin every workout with this specific movement. I feel like it's a great movement to just hit all body parts. So I start with a wide leg kind of plie squat pose. I always turn my toes out slightly and I rock back on my hips, really positioning this pelvic to where I'm sitting on my haunches. You can see there's a little bit of a tip to my pelvic. I put my hands into a prayer position and I come all the way down sitting. You'll notice that my shoulders stay back. So I'm sitting straight down, coming all the way up. At the top, push these hands all the way to the top. This should engage all of this ab area right here. Do this for 30 to 60 seconds. Pausing at the top, really stretching those abs, really squatting down into this. Don't be afraid to pause at each place. Okay, when you get about 30 to 60 seconds of that, you're gonna move into a swing pose. So taking your hands, you can do this with a kettlebell or without. So you're just right here, pushing these all the way back, coming all the way up to about where your hands are even, not higher than your chin. So just swing up to here, swing up to here. Really grabbing with your glutes here at the top, getting a nice squeeze in here. You can count out 20 of these, or you can time it to do 30 to 60 seconds. You want to do both of these warm-up poses for the length of time that it takes to get your heart rate up. Moving into our movement and our strength training goals. We're going to first always focus on form. Form is critical in this because you want that mind to muscle connection. With feet hip width apart, right here, you're going to turn your knees out to rotate these knees to protect these IT bands. You'll notice that as soon as you turn these hips out, it automatically engages the sleeve. That's how we get that line that runs from our hip to our knee. So we're going to take one step back, keeping my ankle on this leg straight, positioning my weight on this heel, and I'm just going to sink down, okay? So you're going to feel this in the quad, and you're going to push with this heel to feel this in the glute. Now we're going to add a front raise. So when you go down, arms come up. When you come up, arms go back. Exaggerate this to where you feel these delts contract and you're squeezing these abs. So down, back up, down, back up. Good. We're going to get 12 of these splits flat with the front raise. Great. Okay, now we're going to switch legs. Same thing. Hip width apart, turn knees out, one foot back, sink back onto your haunches, and come down, back up. Get 12 of these in as well. Another great movement. Again, form is super important. So knees rotating out, sit back on those haunches. Toes should feel like they're up just a little bit because your weight is on your heels in this. Arms positioned nice and narrow, almost in front of your chest. As you go down and you're sitting, your arms go up. So down, back up. This is a crunch. Think crotch to sternum. Crunch it. Push up and back down. Should really be feeling the burn. So we get about 12 of these in. This is one of my absolute favorite moves. What it does is it targets this little smile line right here in where your hamstrings meet your glutes. Also brings in lower abs. So from a wide plie squat position, knees turned out. See the difference? Knees out. Bend it over, put a round hunch in your back. Hands are dangling. You're going to touch all the way to the ground and come up about 4 inches. Think about your body like a vacuum, as if you're sucking all of this energy into you. Your body should be in a C position. You can see how I've got my back rounded and I'm really coming for this. What this does is you'll feel all of this right here and bringing abs in. Again, get about 12 of those in. Feet still in that nice plie position. Again, back on those heels. That's what gets us the glutes. Toes kind of up. You don't have to keep your toes up like this, but you don't want to have your weight on your toes. you're gonna move into what's a plie twist. So sink down into it, put arms out nice and wide. You should feel all of this right here, building that beautiful V. And you are just going to twist, come back with the obliques. Twist, come back with the obliques. Anytime that I'm opening my body and then twisting it closed, I use breath work. So anytime that I'm condensing into a crunch of any sort, breath goes out. Anytime that I'm opening, breath goes in. That's what helps us whittle this waist. Here's another great way to get abs in without even having to hit the ground. So stretching hands up just as high as you possibly can, you're going to do a standing crunch. So hands reach high, you should feel all of these abs engage, and crunch, 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 okay? Get 10 on one side and then get 10 on the other. Crunch, crunch. Notice that I'm trying to get my sternum to my crunch. Another beautiful variation of this that helps elongate those obliques, and that's what gives us this cut that runs all the way up our abs, is from a standing position here. Step 1 foot out, anchor your weight on the standing leg, slight bend in the knee. When you bend this knee, it engages all of these glutes, okay? If you need something for balance right here, don't be afraid to grab a chair. Stretch up here and crunch. Good. Now pay taxes in the middle. Anytime that you come in, remember, breathe in, breathe out, don't fall over, and hold it right here. Hold. Hold. Good. Get about 10 on this side, and then get 10 on this side. So again, stretch it up. Hold. Breath goes out. Beautiful. Another great exercise for legs. Fly plie position, and we're just going to do side lunges. So this is as simple as keeping your feet in position so that you have the perfect form at all times. And you're just coming down and back up, down, back up, okay? You notice I'm not doing a lot of reaching with my upper body. My legs are moving. I'm not reaching, I'm lunging. I like to go through 2 sets of each of these exercises whenever I'm in my suit. And then I'll finish up with a couple of floor finishers. So by the time that I've completely exhausted myself, I'm ready to hit the floor, get in my final couple of sessions. This is one of my favorite ab exercises. It's a hollow body, and you're gonna come in, tip the pelvic just like this. This is gonna allow you to have the supports on your lower back, meaning that you won't feel that stress. But as you lift these legs nice and high, you can bring them lower to put more tension on this lower body, or you can bring them higher, or even put a bend in the knee if it's too much on the lower back. So I'm gonna go nice and low. I'm just gonna come up, back down, up, back down. 20 of these. Notice my shoulder blades never come back to the floor, and I'm having lots of tension right there on my ab. The last but not least, we have to get some hip thrusts in. So what that's gonna look like is you're gonna bring your feet with heels as close to your tush as possible, right? Bring hips up, hands go above your head, one leg stretches out, and touch. Stretch it all the way out, touch. Remember, as we stretch out, breathe in. As we collapse, breathe out. Once you get 15 in, switch sides. And if you got all of those done, you should be well-winded and in 20 minutes have the body of your dreams. Finish up with relax, back massage, cellulite, any of the recovery programs that you like, and don't forget to rest and hydrate.